Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for a all-new unboxing after my slight hiatus. Thank you all for sticking around and checking out the other content on my Instagram. In the meantime, I do apologize. I'm feeling much better now, so thank you for all the well wishes. I certainly do appreciate it. But we're back on track this weekend for a couple unboxings, and of course I'll be recording an episode of the new podcast sometime later today. And it is all-out weekend, so it's Sunday. You know what that means. It's clobbering time. All that aside, really excited for the show tonight, so if you're going to watch it, by all means, I hope you enjoy it as much as I'm pretty sure I'm going to. It's going to be an incredible show, so be sure to check that out. AEW All Out live on pay-per-view. You can find it on BR, Bleacher Report, the app. It used to be on BR Live, they changed it. But now you can also get it through like Sling and other cable providers as well for pay-per-view. And of course, if you're international, you can do Fight TV. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and start with our unboxing. In today's unboxing, we're going to be doing the AEW Series 5 Scorpio Sky from SCU. I didn't want the Kazarian out of the set. I think it's pretty awful. And so I decided to go ahead and opt in and get Scorpio because I absolutely think Scorpio Sky is such a highly underrated talent. And the figure actually is really nice when you just have it in hand and package. I already have a single AEW World Tag title from a Kazarian figure that I got for my good brother Jake that he was needing to use for custom. So thank you for the belt on that. It makes it a little easier for me to have tag titles. I don't have to necessarily get that Kaz because, like I said, not a big fan of that particular figure. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. First, you got a nice little shot there of Scorpio on the front. And of course, there on the side, Scorpio Sky in gold. Nice little shot of the picture, the set number, or the figure number on the side there. I will never get over how much I love the black and gold packaging on this stuff. You know, it's so, it coincides very well with the original Jakks Classic Superstars figures packaging, and I'm a huge fan of that packaging, so I never get tired of seeing this black and gold packaging. However, I will say, I do like the silver and black for the unmatched sets. That's a little sidebar note. Let's go look on the back there. Got a picture of Scorpio Sky with the tag title, and of course the other figures in the set, which includes Jon Moxley, Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, Scorpio Sky, Kazarian, and Hangman Adam Page, which that one comes with the little bandana that you can put over his face, as well as the beer mug, so that's really, really cool. So let's go ahead and get him cracked open, see if this thing's going to be as good in hand as it is in the package. Like I said, because in package, just through the window on the box, this figure actually looks really good. The Kazarian, the face scan is very, very sketchy on it, so I was definitely not a fan. Honestly, I would have rather had a Daniels figure. I figured if they were going to do a Kazarian, I would have much rather had Kazarian with hair. I don't know, that bald version just didn't really do it for me, but here we are. So let's go ahead and get him out of the box. Alright, so inside the bubble, I can already tell you right away, just looking at the back of the figure through the bubble, this figure is going to be really, really cool. I've been a huge fan of the the kind of rubber goods that they use for the jackets and stuff on the AEW figures, post Series 1, because they are kind of that softer rubber and they have a little more flexibility to them. So I'm a big, big fan of that stuff. I didn't bring scissors, so I'm just going to have to try to rip this rubber band off that's holding him in place. Alright, so I can get him out of the package. Now, something else I will say as well is the AEW World Title belt that came with the Moxley. The belt looks okay, but the detail on it's not as good. But I will say that these tag titles have much better detail on them. The colors pop a little more. And the strap on it is nice and even, unlike the AEW Women's World Title that we got from the Hikaru Shida figure that I did in a recent unboxing, where the belt strap was actually kind of curved, like almost a flat S. But these tag titles look really, really good. Big fan of those. Like I said, I've already got one. So now I've got the set, and I can start booking my fig fed a little bit more, having some tag titles. All right, so out of the box, first off, I'm going to say the face scan is great. He's just got that smug-ass little grin on his face, which I think is great. That's so Scorpio. Really cool. Granted, his gear's a little bit different now that, he's with Ethan Page and they're doing the Men of the Year gimmick. Let's go ahead and take a look at this jacket. Because I do see they do have the plastic underneath it to keep the the skin protected on these, make sure there's no bleed over. And, okay. Looks like, okay, so this thing only unhooks from one side. It doesn't unhook from both sides, just the one side. That's a little interesting. I'm going to try to figure out how the hell to get that off. It seems a little odd that it's only from one side, though. I'm going to double check, but I do not think... No, there's absolutely no detachable seam on this side right here to separate the jacket. So that's interesting. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get this plastic off. You know, I'll have to wait to get the jacket off. But let's also look at the back of the jacket. Little picture of the state of California, the SCU logo. That looks really good. Very clean. Paint design on that. So the deco on this jacket is really, really nice. I really like that. Do like the elbow pads on him as well. I mean, a tiny bit bulky, but they look like they fit with the size of the figure, so that's real nice. You got the little S on the side of the trunks as well. I'm sorry, tights, legs, whatever the frick you want to call them. Some people go, oh, they're not tights, they're pants. I don't care. They're whatever. Unless you're gonna call them underwear and pants, like just they're tights. So yeah, man, I don't know. I'm really struggling with getting the jacket off this dude now. This is a weird one. I mean, it's gonna roll up somehow. Yeah, I don't. Oh man, that's a bit questionable there, Jazzwares. I don't know how I like that. Like, I'm almost afraid I'm gonna pop his damn head off trying to get this thing off there. Because look at that. I mean, how do you get that off? I mean, if there's a little bit of flexibility to it because of how thick the hood is right there, it's almost impossible just to kind of force it off. Wow, okay. I gotta get this plastic wrap off of his torso. That's driving me crazy. Okay, yeah, man, boy, that's a bit of a misstep. If that's I hope maybe that's not like a factory error. Maybe they meant to put, separators on both sides, because the jackets for the Young Bucks have the separators on both sides of the jackets, so they come off pretty easy. But this doesn't. I mean, I get it. It makes it look a little cleaner when you only have one side that does that, but at the same time, I mean, if you can't get the damn thing off, what's the point? That's very questionable. Something else I'm noticing, which is a little weird, we had this issue with Dustin recently too, is I'm noticing with these knee joints, very, very flexible, like too flexible. Like they feel rubbery, which is very odd. I don't know how that's going to really affect this thing if I'm trying to pose it for fig photography. So that's a little bit of a questionable thing too. That's second figure I found that's the knee joints are a little rubbery on it. That's a little questionable. I don't know, maybe I need to follow up and recheck my figures. Maybe I've just never noticed it before, but I don't think that's a problem. I will say the elbow pads are very, very soft, thin rubber. They have a lot of flexibility to them. So those double jointed elbows, you're really going to still be able to get, you know, quite a bit of angle out of them. I mean, that's really, really nice. I do like that. The ankles, let's go ahead and just check out the joints while we're here. The knees do bend fine as far as like front to back, so that's good. No problems there. Hip joints work fine. That's good. Thigh movement turns fine as well. The ankles don't seem to... They're pretty tight. Okay, so it's moving a little better now. So it's not too terrible. You can actually feel the click there as you're moving it. So it's kind of nice that that's there. And of course, it also does swivel. So those aren't too bad. They're not super loose, which helps. So I'll give it a thumbs up on the ankles. But yeah, those knee joints are weird. Like, I'm not understanding why. Because typically... the knee joints feel a little stiffer in terms of it feeling more like a hard piece of plastic rather than kind of rubbery. I mean, maybe they're designed that way and they're not going to really break. They're just there for extra flexibility to pose, which is possible. So if that's what it is, I mean, I guess it's just maybe just something we got to get used to as far as a new type of figure design. But yeah, this jacket definitely questionable though, because now I don't want to cut the side of the jacket, but I don't see how I'm going to get this damn thing off. Because, yeah, that hood is so thick. I mean, that is a solid chunk of rubber right there. That's not moving at all. I mean, even if it would, like, maybe unzip in the front or something. Yeah, this isn't going to come off at this point, really. And if I do get it off, I don't know if I'm going to put it back on. So I think I may just fasten it back and just keep it as is for display, unless I decide to later on get some kind of custom shirt or something for like that to make it more of an updated version of Scorpio Sky. So all in all, good figure. Face scan's great. Deco hits on the jacket and the tights, really, really nice. The only thing that's really questionable is the jacket, only having one seam, as well as the weird rubbery knee joints. So if you know more about that, please feel free to comment, let me know something, but it's a little questionable there. But otherwise, really nice figure, substantially nicer than the Kazarian. I still give this one a thumbs up. I think it's going to look really good. If I do decide to do some figure photography with it, being able to find some way to get this jacket off, and maybe I can do some shots of him giving the TKO, which is probably one of my favorite finishers in wrestling right now, because when he hits it, it always looks so spectacular. It's very, very cool. So yeah, so Scorpio Sky, AEW Series 5, thumbs up from me. Definitely get them. The Kaz might pass on it, or if anything, if you wait a little while, I believe they are doing a 2-pack that's got both of them in it, and you can knock them out at one time. Maybe it'll be slightly cheaper than buying them individually. Who knows? But the belt is a thumbs up. Looks great. Figure, thumbs up from me. Few small nitpicks. Otherwise, great figure. But guys, that's going to do it for me for this video. Thank you for checking it out. Remember to follow me over on Instagram at Collecting Raj. And then also remember to check out my podcast on Spotify and Google Podcasts, the Collecting Raj podcast. I do try to put a new episode every week. Last week was the exception because I was sick, but we are back on track this week to kick out a new episode for you guys. Also, new for my Collecting Raj brand, I'm also putting out a TikTok channel where I'll do some package openings and just kind of just some random goofy stuff through there as well. Oop, and Scorpio's down for the count. So anyway, check me out on TikTok as well at Collecting Raj. Try to keep that name branded all the way across all the socials. That way it's easy for you guys to track me down. But guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you for all the love and support. Thank you for checking it out. And as always, have yourselves an awesome week.